My name is Cam Citizen, and I want to welcome you to the universe that is known as Star Citizen, or collectively, the Verse. So, you want to get started in Star Citizen, but not really sure how? I'm here to help you with that today. So, we're going to walk you through how to get started in Star Citizen from beginning to, well, there really is no end. You're always learning in Star Citizen. It does have a learning curve, and I hope to help out with that. We're going to go ahead and start with getting started in the actual website itself to get your first starter package ship and to get started with the universe itself. So, unlike most games where you just pay for it and then install it, in Star Citizen, you actually buy a ship or a starter package. The starter package includes access to the game itself and a starter ship. Now, there are actually two main starter ships that you can choose from, but there's actually quite a bit. But before we jump into that, let's go ahead and open up the website. We're here at the webpage, which is robertsspaceindustries.com. Once you're here, if you want to go ahead and jump right in to get started, you want to hit play now. You're presented with two different options. It says start your adventure and play now. You have the Aurora MR and you have a Cutter Holiday starter pack. Now, these are both very good ships. However, there are more options that you can choose from. It doesn't have to be these two. Okay, you can actually scroll down a little bit and you'll notice it says for a complete selection of game packages, visit our pledge store. So go ahead and hit pledge store. Check this out right here. You've got a bunch of options. These are all starter packages. And yes, these are actual starter packs depending on what you want to do when you're in the verse. There's a lot that you can do in the Star Citizens universe, which I'm not really going to go into in this particular video. I'll go over potential professions in another video for sure. Cheapest option in this case right now would be the Aurora MR Holiday Starter Pack. And this is actually the ship that I started with 2.5 years ago. And it's a great all-around ship. It has a bed that you can actually log out in. And it has a little bit of a walking around space behind the captain's seat where you can actually carry some boxes. However, just 11 bucks more right now with this special. It's 51 bucks for the Cutter. The Drake Cutter is an awesome ship. I'm actually working on a full review on that ship right now. But yeah, it is definitely the way to go. Of course, you have all these other options. The C8X Pisces is a good one for sure. The Avenger, if you want to do a little bit more ship-to-ship combat, some PvP, the Avenger Titan is definitely the way to go. It also has a little bit of storage in the back, so you can run some packages back and forth. But ultimately, this choice is up to you. There are tons of videos out there on what starter ships are best. That's not what this is about. This is just to get you started, okay? So for the purposes of this, and because it's the cheapest, I'm actually creating a whole new account here from start to beginning. Yes, I'm paying for this out of my own pocket, but I've been wanting to get a second account anyway. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's hit add to cart, okay? And then we want it to go straight to checkout. All right, and here we are presented with a checkout. You do have the option of adding a couple of paints. We don't call them skins here, although some people do. You can go ahead and purchase paints right here if you want to. You can add it to cart, but not. That's fine. We can go ahead and hit continue. All right, now it's time to create an account. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and hit enlist now. This is basic form. Your account name is what everybody's going to call you. It's your call sign. All right. My regular account is Cam Citizen. If you want to find me in the verse, that's cool. Send me some cash, whatever. This is basically what you want to be called. So, what should I call this account?
2 hours later.
Yeah, I didn't know what else to think of. Special fudge it is. Of course, type in your email, and then of course, your password, your birth date. Now, you also have the option to add a code. I highly recommend that you use a referral code. I'm actually going to put mine right on the screen right here because using referral codes is a great way for you to help yourself out, but also help others out. With starting cash, CIG, when you add new accounts, they'll send you like a free ship or free add-ons and stuff like that. So I highly recommend it. Now you have the option to stay informed, basically to get emails and stuff. I don't need to because my other account already does all that. but you do have to hit I agree and then hit enlist. Okay, so now I have an account. You'll notice that there's this green light in the upper right corner of the website account. And yeah, I still don't want to add paint, so I'm going to hit continue. Now we need to add the billing information. This is the billing information related to the card that you're using, so your billing address. Okay, once you've got your billing information in, you're going to hit this orange button that says place order. There is a disclaimer, blah, 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 and I agree. And then on the last section here, you're going to pay for your ship. So put in all your information and hit pay my transaction. Okay, so once you have actually purchased your ship, you're actually going to be going back to a page like this. And it shows that I have the latest version. This basically checks your computer to make sure that your computer is up to snuff. All right, DirectX 11.1 graphics card with 3 gigs of RAM. Quad-core CPU, at least 16 gigabytes plus. That plus is an understatement. You need 32 gigs of RAM, at least 24. But most people go from 16 to 32 gigabytes. Get the 32 gigabytes. You're going to be running the game a lot better without all the stuttering and stuff like that. And where it says SSD strongly recommended, yes, get an SSD. 100% yes. It is absolutely required for Star Citizen because you're looking at a lot of assets very quickly throughout the game. Please get an SSD. And then you want to go ahead and hit download installer. So once you click that, it starts to download the installer. I already have it, so I'm not going to download it actually. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and go to the installer. So once you've logged into the installer, it's going to present with you an option to install. It won't say launch game, it'll say install. Choose a location on the SSD of your choice. It's about 60 plus gigabytes of game data. Once you're done, you can hit launch game. It has these acknowledgements that you can scroll through, and then you can hit acknowledge. And then we can go. I do hope that you enjoyed that video on how to purchase and install the game itself. Now, to actually get started with the game and how to navigate the games, go ahead and check out the video links on the screen right now, because I'll be putting out a lot more videos on an in-depth how-to on getting started in Star Citizen. I wish you all the best. Stay safe, citizens.